Hey everyone, it's Jen with Chappy Plans. I am so excited to be back in my media journal with you today. So if you'd like to see what I'm going to do, stick around. Hi friends, how's it going? Welcome to my channel if you are new, and if you're returning, hi guys. It's nice to see you again. My name's Jen, I'm Chappy Plans, and every month I like to share a recap of the media I've consumed for the month and then do a little recap page with all of you. So I had quite a busy media month, you could say. I did a lot of like binge watching. So I binge watched Bridgerton in 2 days, 3 days. Yes, I have a problem, but it was my favorite season yet, I think. So absolutely loved. I just stamped like all the episodes and then put a little synopsis for each one and then like the overall synopsis about the season. Gave it 5 stars because I am obsessed, and it is my 14th like a series show that I've watched of 2024. My husband and I went to see Deadpool and Wolverine, so I just put like these random stickers from my washi sticker book, did a little bit of stamping. If you've seen it or you know Deadpool or Wolverine, they're very bloody and over the top and violent, and so I thought these made sense. This is giving like Wendy's or McDonald's or Burger King vibes, but it's cool. I wanted it to match the little thumbnail sticker here. Did a synopsis. I like to put how long the movie was when we saw it, and original release dates, and then major cast members and the director. For my next media, I consumed America's Sweethearts, the documentary series about the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. Fun fact about me, I've never been a Dallas Cowboys cheerleader, but I was a semi-professional dancer for like the AHL, American Hockey League, and then a couple of different like minor league basketball and arena football teams here locally many years ago. And so I could relate to a lot of like what was happening here, and it was a lot. But I've always followed DCC. I watched Making the Team when it was back on like cable television, so I had to watch this, and I binge watched it in, again, like 2 days. I was also working on a lot of like scrapbook projects during this time, so that's when I will like watch TV or something. Then the first book that I read was First Lie Wins, and I gave this 4 stars. It was recommended to me, and I read this book like in, hard copy physical book. And then I just wrote a synopsis and picked a favorite quote, and then wrote my thoughts about this, like knowing it was a cat and mouse game from the beginning, but about 3/4 of the way in is when I was like, ooh, this is definitely different than I thought, and I really enjoyed it. A lot of times I can predict what's going to happen, and I kind of know the outcome, and I did not feel this way about this book, so I gave it 4 stars. I also listened to Lady Tan's Circle of Women. This one I gave 4 stars as well. It's more like historical fiction. I really enjoyed it. It's just a totally different vibe than like a murder mystery or like thriller or romance. It is very much like inadvertently about Chinese culture. It's very entertaining. There's a lot of relationships between various types of women, and you see a lot of classism and history. And it was just, I fell in love with the main character, Yun Chen. And so I just picked some quotes and then wrote my synopsis here. And that was my 20th audiobook this year. Next audiobook was 7 Year Slip. Listened to it in a matter of days. Loved it. Gave it 4 stars. It was one of those like quick, like fiery, grabs you from, chapter 1 type of book. Easy listen, beach read. Again, picked a couple of quotes and wrote the synopsis. I really enjoyed this. I don't know if this is my first Ashley Poston book or not. I think it is, and I very much enjoyed it. So let me know if you've read it or if you recommend any other books by Ashley Poston. We finally, it took us a long time, from the beginning of July to the middle of August to finish season 2 of Abbott Elementary. So I just drew a bunch of pencils and then decided to like try to make this look like notebook paper. It was a fail, but I'm trying new things. This is really just for me to play. I just did a bunch of stamping with like a back to school set I had. And then I used like this notebook lined ledger washi, which I thought was really fun. And yeah, I love this, one of my favorite shows. So 4 stars. Lots of 4 stars. August was a good media month. 4 stars for Fourth Wing. Read this one in a couple of weeks. Not even, like August 7th through the 16th. I just started, oh my gosh, is it Iron Flame, the next one, I think. So far I'm only like, I just started it, so we'll see. The Friend Zone, listened to that on audio, gave it 3.5 stars. So it was okay. It was good. It wasn't like mind-blowing, but it was good. It was entertaining. Quick listen. It only took me 2 days to listen to. And yeah, I'm new to Abby Jimenez. So listen to this, then the Happily Ever After, or the Happily Ever After playlist, and then Life's Too Short. So those are on my list to read as well. Binged Emily in Paris Part 1. Oh, I forgot to put the season. I think this is season 4. So I did this in 2 days as well. It's okay. I gave it 3 stars. Honestly, don't come at me, but her character kind of annoys me. So that's tough for me because she's the main character, but all the other characters I really enjoy for the most part. So, but I'm this far, I've watched all 3 seasons, so I have to watch this one. And then part 2 of season 4 is coming out in just a couple of weeks. Watch Mean Girls with the fam. That was really fun and special because Nora obviously hasn't seen it yet. She's only 8, almost 9, but she understands a lot of humor, and we're always like super silly, and we've always been extremely open with her in my house about all the things. So none of this was like really too much beyond her, other than the word they keep using. There are 2 words in this movie that they kept using that we do not use in my house, and they are SLUT and I hate to even spell it, but RETARD. Like, those are obviously not words that we endorse or use and are not okay in our vocabulary, so we had to explain that to her. But other than that, like, she kind of understood all the things that were happening. So it was kind of funny to be able to watch that all together, and gave us a lot of like jumping off points to talk about, especially she's, entering those preteen years, and so it was great to provide a lot of opportunity to talk about the characters and like the morals and takeaways from the movie. And then I just used my Pip Sticks sticker book to put a bunch of stickers on here. And of course, quotes. I also listened to Funny Story, gave that 3.5 stars. I don't know. People are like obsessed with Emily Henry. This is the 3rd Emily Henry book I've read, and the other ones I only gave 3 stars as well. I don't know if it's maybe just her style, or if the will she won't she trope is like played out, or I'm not sure. I don't know, but I kind of like feel like her books are a little forgettable. I'm sorry. I know a lot of people love her. I would love to know your thoughts on Emily Henry, and if you've read this, what you think. And then I think this is the last one. Yep. Last book I read, this one I gave 4 stars, Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow. I know it's very controversial as far as people liking it or not. It's interesting how a book can be so polarizing. I had a lot of fun doing ombre stamping, trying to match the title here. I used my Sukiniko Dewdrop chalk inks and stamps from Paper Person Shop. Then just wrote the synopsis. This was my 16th book this year. That's a physical book. So yeah, I got a lot done. I read... So First Fly Wins, Fourth Wing, Tomorrow, Tomorrow, Tomorrow. Those are the 3 physical books I read. And then Lady Tan Circle of Women, The 7-Year Slip, The Friend Zone, and Funny Story. So 4 audiobooks and 3 physical books. So 7 total books. Look at me doing math. We're so proud of me. Then tons of media. So Bridgerton, America's Sweethearts, Abbott Elementary, Emily in Paris. And then movies were Deadpool and Wolverine and Mean Girls. So lots to document on these pages, and usually I do like a recap, like just to show you July's, like I did read, watched, listened. They look different, and then I try to put my favorite every year or every month. All the recaps look different from month to month, and that's fine because I'm just figuring out what works for me. So I'm probably gonna keep it, I don't know. I say I'm going to keep it simple. I have these ideas in my head, and then they never come out the way I want. I don't think ever have I had a monthly recap come out the way in my head I would like it to look. I pulled these washi. I have like, this one looks like wood grain, or like, yeah, it looks like wood. And then just like everybody I feel like has this one. It's from Amazon. It's just a script, like a letter. And then I have a new sticker page of stickers from JoJo Apple Prince, who just had her 3-year shop-iversary, so I ordered this one because I had used it before. And then I had this little bookshelf left over. And then I have these little icons, audio, and books. I don't know if I have one for movies. I'll have to look in my stash. I keep all of JoJo's stickers in this Simply Gilded album. I have a ton. So maybe I have something that I can use for an audiobook. I'll have to check. But I'm going to speed up the camera and do, maybe I'll do a voiceover. Maybe I'll just put it to music. But I'm going to speed up the camera. So let's go, let's go. All right, so I was just going to put this to music. However, I did not realize that most of this video is completely blocked by my stupid mini ring light. And I am so sorry about that. And I have considered just deleting this whole video and not doing a recap for the month. But I feel like that's a waste of, like, content creation. I don't know. I'm sorry. So I'm going to do a voiceover because now I definitely need to narrate for you what's happening since you can't bleep and see it. So deepest apologies. And I was very engrossed in watching The Perfect Couple on Netflix. And I didn't realize that I like hit the light so hard that it moved and then was below my phone. Usually the light is above where my phone is situated. And then I can, you know, I have better lighting, but in this case, apparently I hit it and it knocked it below the camera, which is why you can't see a lot of what I did. But essentially, all I'm doing for August is trying to trim out the words on this paper. And again, this is another reason I'm going to move into a different type of notebook for media journaling next year, because the Tomoe River paper is my favorite for planning, but I like to really use a lot of different media, and using an X-Acto knife on Tomoe River paper is pretty tricky, and a lot of times I just cut right through the paper, even though I press lightly. But so anyways, I was trying to, see, there it goes, I hit the light. I was trying to trim out August, and then because you couldn't really see it very well, I decided to outline it with my Uniball gel pen. So I thought that helped a little bit. So I'm so sorry about this being blocked out in certain spaces and areas. I apologize. Okay, so the next part of what you are missing is me putting another strip of that washi on the right side, and instead of cutting out recap because it took so freaking long to do it for the word August, I'm just gonna write recap on top and then use the wood grain washi to create little shelves. And then I'm gonna put down a few stickers, and I'm going to start using my zebra mild liners to write in read, listened to, and watched. All right, so then I am gonna trim down the wood grain washi to make it look like shelving. Taking my zebra mild liner there, that's a red one, and writing out red, and then saving all the scraps so that I can make some more little shelves for the categories for the month. And I use my favorite little ruler from Coffee Monsters Co. to trim down the washi in a straight line. And then I'm going to use these little bookworms to act as bullet points to write each of the titles of the physical books that I read for August. And I'm working on just the spacing. I love that this is grid paper so that I can have even spacing between my writing. Again, using that Uniball pen to write the titles out. This one is the Uniball Zento in a 0.7. I picked it up at Target. I have a bunch of the Uniball 1 gel pens, and for some reason I feel like they're scratchy and skippy, and they're just not my favorite. I know people love the Uniball 1. I don't know if it's just me. Please comment below if you are an avid Uniball 1 user and fan, or if you feel like I do about it. And what is your favorite gel pen to write with? I would love to know. So now I'm going to write out listened to, use the washi again to make another little shelf, and then I'm going to use the audiobook stickers icons from JoJo Apple Prince to again make bullets for each of the 4 audiobooks that I listen to, and I'm just switching up the colors based on like how it looks next to the stickers that are around it, if that makes sense. So like I didn't want to put a pink audiobook next to the pink bookworm and so on and so forth. And then I decided to change out the sticker because it fit better, and that way I could add in all 4 audiobooks in one row. I didn't want to have multiple rows for writing out these titles. So there's Lady Tan's Circle of Women and The 7-Year Slip, The Friend Zone, and Funny Story. And then the last category is going to be watched, and then I have to split it up between TV series and, or I don't have to, but I choose to split it up between series, I think, and movies. And the same thing, and this time I'm just using these little like camera icons that are really tiny because they're also from JoJo Apple Prints, and the colors also work with the rest of the spread. So I'm going to use those to make bullets and again list out all the things that I watched. And right about here is where I realize, oh crap, that light is in the way. Great. Well, so now you can see the full thing completed. I hope you guys, I don't know, hopefully this gave you some sort of inspiration. At the very least, you can see what I did here at the end. So please like this video out of pity, subscribe out of pity, all the things. Thank you for watching. Take care of yourselves, friends. Have a great day. Remember that you are enough. Bye.